All right. The court is calling 2021 CR 0823, State of Texas versus Thomas Spencer. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Meredith McIntyre for the state.
For the defense?
James Tochi for Thomas Spencer.
All right, and are you Mr. Spencer?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
How do you pronounce your middle name?
Email?
Emil. Okay. Mr. Spencer, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Did you understand you're charged with driving while intoxicated third or more? That's a third degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, he has, Judge.
We'll find the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Next, I'm showing you your plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 3 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine. The state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
It is our deal, Judge.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. The state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 3 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 120 hours of community service restitution, 10 days in the Bexar County Jail, DWI intervention, victim impact panel, 180-day Texas driver's license suspension, and ignition interlock. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense's charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence to support the defendant's plea?
State offers State's Exhibit 1 and all attachments.
Without objection, Judge.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, the court has had a chance to review State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, and based upon those, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge. We would ask the court to waive PSI and sentence today.
All right, is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, ma'am. He's been in custody for quite some time. I think he's ready to get out and comply with the court's orders. He does not want to stand about what he needs to do to avoid that. So we ask you follow the agreement, Judge.
All right, Mr. Spencer,
Yes, ma'am.
are you employed?
Yes, ma'am. Well, yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
Construction cleanup.
All right, when did you first start drinking?
Young age.
What is young?
19, 20.
Okay. Well, it appears from your history that you're one of those people who cannot drink and stop drinking. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So what that means is, and for the remainder of your life, it's probably best for you not to drink at all,
I understand that.
because otherwise you may find yourself in and out of the prisons, right?
Right. Yes.
So when you were drinking, how often would you drink?
Before this time, I was drinking like 2 to 3 times a month.
You could have any children?
Yes, I have 3.
What are their ages?
22, 21, and 16.
Okay. Are they living with you? A 16-year-old?
The 22-year-old is.
Okay. They say children always come back home, Brenna, no matter the age. All right, so state, it's not listed on here, and defense is not listed with regards to the ignition interlock. Is there a specific time period that you all have agreed upon, but it didn't make it in the paperwork? Because I know sometimes it doesn't print everything.
Yeah, Your Honor, I would just ask for half the term.
Yeah, that was my understanding as well, Judge.
All right, Mr. Spencer, do you need treatment?
If I do, I know where I have a place I could go.
Okay. All right, I usually start people unless it's major addiction And I think every addiction really is major, but sometimes there are some people I can start with outpatient treatment. Some people I have to start with inpatient treatment. So I'm going to start you with outpatient treatment, but if at any time you feel like you need something more, you've got to let us know. It's no sign of weakness. It's a sign that you know how to maintain sobriety. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do. Sentence you to 3 years in prison, suspended and probated for 3 years, $1,000 fine, probated, 120 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you obtain the COVID vaccination. The court is not requiring anyone to obtain the COVID vaccination, but if you do, then it will be 40 hours will be waived. DWI intervention course, the victim impact panel, 180 days of Texas driver's license suspension, ignition interlock for half the term, proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors.
Okay.
AA meetings 2 times per week. And what that means is you can do it on Monday, you can do it on Friday, you can do it any day of the week you want, but you're not going, those 2 days can't be 2 in one day. So if you are late getting your, James Toshi will come back in. If you're late getting your 2 in a week, you can't say, oh my gosh, let me just do 2 on Saturday and be done. You understand?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you need to do at least 2 a week on different days. And we're waiting for your attorney to zoom back in.
Okay.
That's okay.
I've been communicating with Mr. Nisbet. He should have said something. It's
Okay. All right. So we're going to do AA meetings 2 times per week. And we'll start with outpatient treatment with probation. And we will do 10 days in the Bexar County Jail. And I'll show that that judgment is satisfied. There should be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. So if you cannot report by Zoom, you'll need to report in person. Do you understand, Mr. Spencer?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
There'll be field visits 1 time per month,
Okay.
and that will be random.
All right.
All right, Mr. Spencer, is there anything else that you need from the court in order to be successful?
No.
All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Spencer, it's obvious to the court that you have a drinking problem. Whenever you drink and get behind the wheel, so many things can go wrong. You could end up killing someone, and people usually don't intend to drink, get behind a wheel, and kill someone. But usually that can end up happening. And when it happens, you know what I've discovered? I've discovered that the person who's usually hurt is not the person who's drinking and driving. It's usually the passenger or somebody else. So don't be the person who ends up drinking and driving. You hit someone, and then after you hit someone, then you're crying because someone is injured and it's your fault. You understand?
Yes, ma'am,
So you're going to have to not drink at all.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 3. Probation will meet you there, and probation will go over conditions with you. Yeah. Thomas Spencer. Come down, please. No, the defendant's name. Christopher Trevino. All right, just give me a moment on that. All right, are you all ready to proceed on the motion to revoke?
Yes, Judge.
Court is calling 2021 CR 0823, State of Texas versus Thomas Emil Spencer Jr. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar with the state of Texas.
Defense?
Doug Campbell for Mr. Spencer.
Are you Mr. Spencer?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Sure.
Are you the same
Yes.
Thomas Spencer who was placed on community supervision and cause number 2021 CR 0823 for the offense of driving while intoxicated third or more on January 10th, 2022 for a term of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes.
State?
Violated condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Thomas Emil Spencer Jr. then and there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of March and April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December 2022. and January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, 2023, in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Your Honor, the state waives all the violations.
Any objections?
No objection.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you to 3 years in prison and $1,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes,
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement? All right,
That's our agreement.
all right. Then the court will grant the motion. You're asking the court to follow that?
Yes,
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
yes.
All right, then the court will grant the motion, sentence you to 3 years in the prison,
Okay.
give you credit for any time served.
Hmm.
There's $1,000 fine. Time and money is to run concurrent. Driver's license suspension for 2 years. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, Judge.
Mr. Spencer, it appears that you have an alcohol problem. I don't know where you've been, why you were unsuccessful on this probation, but if you would like, I could have you referred to the therapeutic community. It's to help you with any drug or alcohol issues you have.
Okay.
It will not increase the time that you are in, in custody. Do you understand? Would you like that or no?
Sure.
All right. You'll still have to request it yourself.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to order the therapeutic community. Going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, I did.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
All right, we can go off the record. Obviously, you have an alcohol problem.
Yes.
When you're released from custody, there are plenty of places, if you plan to stay in Bear County, plenty of places that will give you free help with drug or alcohol addictions. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, okay? Thank you.